Hey, 49ers faithful. We're back with an exclusive video bringing you the latest updates on our beloved San Francisco 49ers. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit that like button. This way, you'll never miss any breaking news or exciting updates about the Niners. It all started with a whisper that quickly turned into a storm. Patrick Willis, the legendary linebacker who defined an era of San Francisco 49ers football, has finally broken his silence with a statement that's shaking the NFL community to its core. During a recent appearance on a sports podcast, Willis didn't just reflect on his Hall of Fame-worthy career. He dropped a bombshell about the 49ers' current roster and their future. His words weren't casual. They carried weight, the kind of weight that only someone who's been in the trenches, felt the grind, and lived the glory of professional football could deliver. He spoke with conviction, saying that this year's 49ers squad might just be the most complete team the franchise has assembled since the glory days of the 1980s. And when Patrick Willis talks about defense, leadership, and championship mentality, people listen. The man was a general on the field, the heartbeat of a franchise, and his endorsement feels like a prophecy. It's the kind of statement that fans cling to and rival teams fear. Nobody saw it coming, and now every sports outlet is buzzing, dissecting what exactly Willis meant when he said, "This team has that championship energy." But Willis didn't stop there. He went deeper, describing something intangible that he sees in the current 49ers locker room. A chemistry, a hunger, a collective mindset that reminds him of the old-school teams that dominated both sides of the ball. According to him, it's not just about star talent. It's about a brotherhood that's starting to form around players like Fred Warner, Nick Bosa, and Deebo Samuel. He pointed out that the balance between offense and defense feels perfectly aligned this season, and that's a dangerous sign for anyone standing in their way. Willis compared the team's atmosphere to the kind he felt during his early seasons under head coach Jim Harbaugh, when the 49ers were a relentless force, physically and mentally. The difference now, he claimed, is that this version of the team seems more mature, more calculated, and more versatile. It's not just about aggression, it's about precision. For someone like Patrick Willis, known for intensity and discipline, that's high praise. And fans couldn't help but notice how confidently he said, "This might be the year." Now, if anyone thought this was just nostalgia talking, Willis quickly proved otherwise. He backed up his statement with sharp analysis, breaking down key aspects of the 49ers' current defensive structure. He praised defensive coordinator Nick Sorensen's ability to adapt schemes to maximize Bosa's explosiveness and Warner's field vision, calling it a defense that breeds intelligence. Willis mentioned that what separates great defenses from good ones is communication, and according to his inside knowledge, the 49ers have perfected that. From the linebackers to the secondary, he said there's a silent understanding, a trust that allows the defense to move as one entity. He compared it to what he used to experience alongside Navarro Bowman, describing it as almost telepathic. The retired linebacker even hinted that this defense could rival the dominant units of the 2012 and 2013 seasons, which nearly carried San Francisco to Super Bowl glory. When you hear a legend speak with that kind of certainty, it's impossible not to pay attention. The man who used to lead by example is now leading the conversation, and his words have reignited belief across the Bay Area. Offensively, Willis had plenty to say too. He admitted that while defense wins championships, this particular offense could make the difference between a great season and a historic one. He called Brock Purdy the calm in the chaos, highlighting the young quarterback's poise and decision-making as key reasons the team can stay balanced under pressure. Willis said that Purdy's connection with Brandon Ayuk and George Kittle creates a rhythm that feels effortless, almost artistic. And when he spoke about Christian McCaffrey, his tone shifted, almost like a fan in awe. He described McCaffrey as the kind of player who makes everyone else better just by being on the field. According to Willis, it's rare for an offense to have that kind of synergy, where each player complements the next without ego or hesitation. That's what makes the 49ers offense so dangerous this season. If they can stay healthy, Willis said, this could be the kind of team that defines an era, not just wins a title. His excitement was contagious, and social media exploded within minutes of the interview going live. Still, the most shocking part of Willis's statement wasn't just his belief in the team's potential. It was the tone of certainty in his voice when he said, "This team will bring the Lombardi Trophy back to San Francisco." It wasn't a prediction thrown out for attention. It was conviction, pure and unshakable. Coming from a man known for his stoicism and professionalism, it carried the weight of prophecy. Fans have waited years to hear someone of his stature express that level of confidence. Ever since the heartbreak of Super Bowl 54, the 49ers have been labeled as almost there, always the bridesmaid, but never the bride. But now, with Patrick Willis voicing what many have quietly believed, the energy has shifted. The locker room feels alive. The fans feel recharged. And opponents? They're on notice. Because when a legend declares that the time has come, it resonates far beyond the headlines. It becomes belief. As the NFL community continues to buzz, analysts are scrambling to interpret the full meaning behind Willis's comments. Some believe it's a calculated move to boost morale and unify the fan base during a crucial stretch of the season. Others think it's something deeper, that Willis, who remains close with several players and staff, might know something the public doesn't. Maybe there's an internal confidence, a new edge that hasn't been fully revealed yet. The speculation is endless, but one thing's certain. Patrick Willis didn't speak by accident. Everything he said felt intentional, almost prophetic. His timing couldn't be better, either. The 49ers are sitting at the top of their division, healthy, hungry, and locked in. The statement has become a rallying cry, a spark that could ignite something truly special. And if Willis's words turn out to be true, we might be witnessing the birth of a new dynasty in San Francisco, one that carries the echoes of the past and the promise of the future. The ripple effect from Patrick Willis's statement has been nothing short of seismic. Inside the 49ers facility, players and coaches reportedly took his words as both a challenge and a blessing. According to sources close to the team, head coach Kyle Shanahan played clips from Willis's interview during a team meeting, emphasizing how a legend sees something special in them, and that now it's their responsibility to live up to that vision. The locker room atmosphere, once quietly confident, has turned electric. Veterans like George Kittle and Fred Warner have openly embraced the sentiment, using it as motivation to sharpen their focus. It's not every day that a Hall of Famer publicly blesses a team with that kind of expectation, and the players feel it. What's fascinating is that Willis's words didn't add pressure, they added purpose. When a man like Patrick Willis says you've got what it takes, you start to believe it yourself. And that's exactly what seems to be happening in Santa Clara. The team isn't just chasing wins anymore. They're chasing destiny. You can feel it in every snap, every huddle, every sideline celebration. But there's more to this story than just motivation. Willis's comments have sparked a larger conversation across the league about legacy and identity. The 49ers have always been a franchise defined by physicality, precision, and discipline, traits that perfectly embodied Willis during his playing days. Now, with the current roster embracing those same principles, it feels like a torch has been passed from one generation to the next. Fans are drawing parallels between the Willis-Bowman era and the current Warner-Greenlaw duo, both known for their intensity and leadership. Analysts are calling it the rebirth of the red and gold identity, a return to the core values that made San Francisco one of the most feared teams in NFL history. And when you think about it, that's exactly what Willis wanted to communicate, that greatness isn't just about talent, it's about culture. He sees that culture coming alive again. And in a league where mental toughness can be the difference between heartbreak and glory, that realization is powerful. It's not just nostalgia, it's evolution. Interestingly, some insiders believe Willis's timing was strategic. The 49ers are entering the most difficult stretch of their schedule, with matchups that will test every aspect of their game. By publicly declaring his faith in them, Willis might have given the team exactly what it needed, a psychological edge. Motivation from within is powerful, but validation from a legend, that's something else entirely. Players like Nick Bosa have even hinted at how motivating it was to hear such praise, calling it fuel for the fire. And fans can feel it too. Ticket sales have surged, social media engagement has skyrocketed, and every highlight video now carries the echo of Willis's words. It's as if his declaration has reignited a sleeping giant. The 49ers have always had the pieces. What they needed was belief. And now, thanks to Willis, belief has turned into momentum. The football world can sense it. Something big is brewing in the Bay Area. But before we dive in, don't forget to subscribe to 49ers Zone and hit the like button on this video. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the San Francisco 49ers. And don't forget to share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. Behind the scenes, former teammates of Willis have also chimed in, adding more fuel to the fire. Navarro Bowman, his longtime partner in crime, praised the statement, saying he could feel what Patrick was saying and that he, too, sees something special in this year's squad. Even Joe Staley, another 49ers legend, took to social media to echo the sentiment, reminding fans that championship teams are built not just on talent, but on connection and trust. The unity among former players, current stars, and fans is remarkable. It's as if the entire 49ers family has aligned under one banner. And that unity is dangerous for the rest of the league. Because when a franchise's history and present merge with a shared vision of greatness, it creates an unstoppable energy. The last time San Francisco had that feeling, they were hoisting trophies. So maybe Willis isn't just predicting a title. Maybe he's manifesting it. And if that's the case, the rest of the NFL better pay attention. Of course, skeptics remain. Every great story has its doubters, and this one is no exception. Critics argue that it's easy for former players to make bold claims when they're no longer on the field. They warn that the NFL is unpredictable, and that hype doesn't win games. Execution does. But even the skeptics can't ignore the impact Willis's words have had. This wasn't just empty talk. It was a statement grounded in football knowledge, emotional intelligence, and years of experience. Patrick Willis knows what greatness looks like because he lived it. And when someone like that says the 49ers have what it takes, it forces even the harshest critics to pause. You can sense the shift in tone among analysts, from doubt to cautious respect. Everyone's watching now. Every play, every drive, every outcome will be scrutinized under the lens of Willis's prophecy. And that, more than anything, proves his influence still runs deep within the organization he once led. As the season unfolds, one thing is clear. Patrick Willis has reawakened something powerful in San Francisco. The conversation he started isn't just about football. It's about belief, identity, and the cyclical nature of greatness. The 49ers stand on the edge of history, and whether they lift the Lombardi Trophy or fall short, this moment will be remembered as a turning point. Willis's declaration wasn't a mere opinion. It was a challenge, a vision, a reminder that legacies aren't just inherited, they're built. And now, with the league watching and fans dreaming, the 49ers have a chance to turn prophecy into reality. If they succeed, Patrick Willis's words will go down as the spark that reignited a dynasty. And if they don't, it won't matter, because in that single, confident statement, he gave San Francisco something priceless. The belief that greatness is not behind them, but ahead, waiting to be claimed once more. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the San Francisco 49ers, make sure to subscribe to 49ers Zone and give this video a like. We always look forward to hearing your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.